Alrighty, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What is the vibe? Welcome in, Brainy Bunch. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section, okay? I think the volume might be down on this one. Let me see. It's not. Might be playing really loud on your end, so I'm gonna turn it to like 10. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. That's just for YouTube and Twitch. Um, I hope it's working right. I don't know. At this time, we'll figure it out later. But we are going to get into today's collective reading. So I was channeling the song by Ariana Grande. I'm so into you, you know. I'm so into you. I can barely breathe. Okay, I'm done. But, copyright. So yes, that was the song I started channeling before coming live. So definitely going to be a soulmate connection kind of reading today that we are going to be discussing. Okay, with the soulmate energy in sorry, in the collective right now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pray into the cards. Let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling in the chat. Okay, it's just a collective reading today, so just vibe with us already. Got some Palo Santo smoking in the background. Okay, so just vibe. All right. Make sure you consent to me reading on your energy, and you invest your energy by tapping on the screen, commenting to stay in the flow. And it's not mandatory, but you are welcome to gift, and it is highly appreciated, and I am highly grateful for it. Okay? Alrighty, guys, let's get into this reading. Awesome. I call upon our great divine, our most high, our divine ancestors, and our divine spirit guides to give us the divinely accurate messages that each and every soul needs to hear today. Not what they want to hear, spirit, but what they need to hear in order to grow, learn, and evolve along their journeys. Please allow me to deliver these messages in a divinely eloquent manner that allows for each and every soul to understand and interpret the messages that are needed for to be in accordance with your will for their destiny timeline. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So it is, Ashe. What's up, Spirit? We're, we're starting with tarot, Spirit. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we can start with tarot. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. Y'all know I don't typically do love readings, but that's the energy that's coming through for the collective at this time. So we're just gonna rock with it, okay? Go with the flow and let it be what it is. I know yesterday I had channeled the song Sam Smith. I'm too good at goodbyes. So this person might not just this. Okay, so this person could be somebody like a past individual that you've never like explored a relationship with, but there was always like that chemistry there. There was always, that vibe. You're going like you just matched. But you guys never tested the waters, right? So this could be a past energy or all brand new energy all together, right? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of the reading could be for you, one line could be for you, or the entire reading could be for you. What's that? The star card. I'll take it if it comes back out. It might come back out because Spirit says they see you as this star. It's a good chance it's coming back out. So as oh, I'm not expecting that to. they've been contemplating this for a while. With the Four of Swords here, they've been contemplating this for a few months. Spirit is saying there's just something about your energy that keeps pulling them back in. This is giving, I'm trying to forget about you. It's not working. I'm trying to move on. It's not working. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups. Best of the best of emotions. Creme de la creme. Right? Of your emotional state of mind. Okay? Yeah, you bring about emotions and feelings that this person definitely has been contemplating. Okay, whether this is a new person or somebody from your past that you never had an actual like romantic relationship with, but that spark, that chemistry was always there. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So yeah, definitely with them feeling all these emotions towards you here, and having to think about how they want to move towards you, and if they're going to move towards you, Spirit said. Okay. Yeah, they've been watching you be this abundant energy, okay? How you guys doing? We're doing the collective reading today, okay? I'm gonna move over to the comments on this side. How you guys doing? Okay. And make sure I can see both comments sections here. But yes, we're doing the collective reading today, okay? So they see you being this abundant energy, right? This boss energy here. The King of Pentacles. It's the energy is giving, they think they missed their opportunity to shoot their shot and give you the world. With the Five of Cups. So what could be delaying this is that they're in this mental state of I guess spirit. Yeah, I mean, you know when you're like, okay, so you know those movies and everything. I don't know if anybody's ever actually like done this in real life, but you know how in movies they exaggerate it. You know, they get the little flower and they get the petals and like, do they love me? Do they love me not? Do they love me? Like it's giving that kind of energy right now. Whether you have been clear on your intent and how you feel towards this person, or if this is somebody who is like completely brand new trying to figure out if they should make this move into your reality and how it would play out. This person feels like they plan things like thoroughly. Like they don't like to come without a plan. You know what I'm saying? And if any part of their plan seems like it's not going to go through, maybe like a perfectionist. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Like they could, that could be a flaw of theirs, is perfectionism, because they are trying to come in a way that is perfect instead of authentic, right? And that's where their soul has them in this conflicting mind state of how to move towards you, because I feel like they know you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for authentic. And if they don't get their act together to present themselves in an authentic light, this isn't going to work. Right? So This is definitely a like somebody, yeah, with secrets here. Yeah, you probably don't know this about this person, especially if they're like someone, a new connection that you, that's not from the past. But if this person is from the past, you probably don't know this yet about this person. Okay, like even everything you do know about them, this, not everybody shares their, the skeletons in their closets, every single little detail. Not everyone is fully self-aware of all those little details that are in their closet. Okay, but this definitely seems like something they struggle with. And I just saw the Nine of Swords. This is this is kind of like, how do I put this? Like, the Nine of Swords is like this person is basically staying up late at night trying to figure out how to do this. Like, this is, I don't want to say stressing them out, but is definitely weighing heavy on their heart and their mind, right? Because yeah, this is vulnerability is also coming up. Spirit says to be authentic requires being vulnerable. So, yeah, it's gonna take some work. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take some work with the Eight of Pentacles here. Um, so definitely just be patient for this and allow it to unfold the way that is needed at this time. Right? You're calling this in, you're calling your soulmate in, you're attracting your heavenly ever after into your life, whether that's career, family, okay, love, romantic, right? You're focusing on what is important for you, okay? Other people's decisions are not something you can focus on, right? So even though they may be in this place where it's so difficult, I'm trying to think of another word for that. English is, God, I swear to God, English has a word for it. That I'm thinking about it. It might sound like the stupidest word ever because that's how English is. But it's like, okay, that makes sense. For some of these people, it's giving, they want to take this leap of faith, but they're also, yeah, that's a better word, grieving. I was gonna say dreading, but Spirit said they're grieving what they lose when they come together with you. It's giving definitely Panic at the Disco, Death of a Bachelor. Okay. Right. They're like, the death of a bachelor. Oh, oh, oh. Seems so fitting for happily ever after. Ooh. Okay. Um. So yeah, definitely giving death of a bachelor. Probably listen to too much Panic at the Disco. But we all, I don't know, you guys didn't have your emo phase. I did. I was actually depressed and suicidal, so of course I was listening to songs that, in groups that had, more of a emo vibe to them. Right, very very dark stuff I was into. I told y'all about the books I wrote and everything as a child. Yeah. You could see it. You could see it. If you read the, you're like, what was wrong with this child? She was being emotionally neglected. Yeah. You know. So yeah. But anywho, this person is definitely grieving. Um and this person could, okay, so this person definitely might have been a little bit of a HO3 and before, that they started getting their act together. And this probably weighs on them because they know that if they get with you, it's final, spirit said. It's there's no backing out. You know what I'm saying? There's no, I think I'm gonna take 5-6 years to make a decision. I think I'm gonna still look around. It's none of that. It's none of that. They know that if they choose you, that's it. You're the one. There's no backing out, right? And this could be hard, especially if they're in a state of mind where they weren't really expecting this to fall for you the way that they have with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. It's like you standing in your power is what shifted this to all work in your favor, right? You standing tall as this magical, divine light being that the Lord has sent you here to be has shifted this person's perception on the world and on love, spirit saying. Yeah, it's definitely giving bachelor energy, bachelorette energy. Okay, gods and goddesses in the chat, right? It's giving bachelor or bachelorette. Okay. And realize somebody was gonna come in and try to, change their whole point of view, whole world view on things. Yeah. These people definitely were trying to fight it. No, I don't want to fall in love. that's what it's giving, guys. Like, oh God, why me? This is definitely given. They experienced something in the past that definitely making them sensitive towards this connection, right? Sorry, the heater was just heating. It needed to go. I had to close it. So yeah, so they're definitely trying to, and it's not just themselves they're fighting on this, right? This is what we call being hard headed. Okay, this is what we call being straight up hard headed. Okay, all right, but y'all know the more hard headed you are, okay, the more the Lord wants to get you on their side. Okay, because if you're hard headed, of course the Lord is gonna want you at their side. Why? Because no one's ever going to be able to shake your faith. That's how hard headed you are. Once you see what the Lord can do for you, what God can do for you, right, there is nothing that will be able to shake that. But yeah, they're definitely being hard-headed. They're fighting a couple people on this, and not even just you know what I'm saying, or themselves. They're the ancestors, their spirit guides. They're like, stop giving me the signs. I heard you, but are still doing whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's giving. If you gotta learn a lesson, you gotta learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because the good Lord will teach them lessons now. You know, God universe doesn't play. When you're not paying attention to the signs, okay, guess it's time for a lesson. You didn't want to pay attention when I was trying to tell you and give you the answers, you know what I'm saying? So it's time for a lesson. And then you're going to realize why I was giving you those signs, why I was asking you to pay attention, and you're going to feel like, you should have. Because if they basically, Spirit is basically saying, if you keep fighting this and you keep being hard-headed about your soulmate, right? If they keep fighting this, okay, and they keep being hard-headed, they're gonna get themselves left out in the cold, right? Spirit said out of destiny, my fault. They're gonna get themselves locked out of heaven. Why we start going to brutal Mars? Whoa. Like, okay, yeah, this is serious. This is a serious offense the Lord is not willing to back down from, because it's at a point, like, not even just you, but your soulmate is also at a point in their journey where we're not paying attention, deliberately not paying attention to signs is an offense to the Lord, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, that's what we do now. Okay, I mean, shoot, I wasn't gonna throw in a lesson, but because you need it, I'm gonna throw it in. You know what I'm saying? There's always room for God to make adjustments. Okay, because just because it's written in stone, you still have free will. You still have free will, and if you're not going to listen to what the Lord has written in stone, the Lord is like, that's fine. I got a paper and pen right here, and we're going to write out what it is this BS that you decided to go along with. That's fine. I'm cool with it too. I'll help you through it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah. God is giving answers right now. God is giving you the tools and everything that you need, right? That they need in order to create. What are you talking about, Spirit? Create passage. Gain passage, my fault. Okay, so to gain passage into destiny. This is very much giving like this, and with the high priestess, none of this information I'm sharing with y'all is new. You could already know what your soulmate looks like and what their name is, right? Know their sign, their birth date. Like some of y'all probably already know this. And for those of you that don't know this yet, you're going to be coming into this knowledge and wisdom soon, right? But for a lot of the collective, you already know who these people are, and so and you've already been feeling this energy of like back and forth, like this. Yeah, that flower petal story is coming up again, guys, right? This, do they love me, do they love me, like it's a back and forth kind of, like, 1 minute they're ready to charge in and the next minute they're like, oh wait, let me think about this some more. Then the other moment they're like, let me charge, wait. Like, it's like they keep stopping themselves. At this point, these people are in their own way. Right? You're willing to take this leap of faith if you already know who these people are, right? But I'm not getting you should wait forever. Okay, I've told y'all. Yes, there are things written in stone, but because of free will, there's always a pen and a paper. Okay, so things can be written in. Those timelines can be merged. Okay, it doesn't have to go the exact way it was planned. Okay, because Spirit say you're gonna still receive your destiny, but these soulmates' destiny is tied to being with you. right? It's very much their full potential only comes out if they're in alignment with you, right? If they're in connection with you. Their full potential by themselves will never be explored or examined. They won't push themselves to, yeah, do what they were meant to do here, right? I mean, quiet, quaint life is awesome. And if you want a quiet, quaint life, then cool. But some of you have so big of a destiny that's not, you don't get that, right? You don't get to just disappear from the rest of the world, okay? Right? And I'm not telling y'all nothing new, okay? You already know your destiny is so big that, yes, your name will be known, your name will be remembered, okay, in history. All right, world renowned, famous, okay, known for the work that you do, okay? People will know your name, right? So running from that, right? You don't get to do that. And Spirit says free will is gonna decide if they get to do this, right? Because it's not in the stone, but of course the Lord already has a backup plan, right? Some people think you only get one soulmate. I am a believer that you get multiple, and it's all depending on the path that you choose in this lifetime and the timelines that you align with. Okay, that's you're never gonna be left high and dry. I don't want y'all to think you're going to be left high and dry if this individual doesn't come through on their end of the contract, the soul contract. Remember that. Some people, you get down here to school earth, you know what I'm saying, and you're like, haha, screw the contract. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my own thing. And so yeah, that never works out the best, but people can still be happy. It's just not the fullest that they can be happy, right? It's not going to be dharma. It could be peace, but it's not going to be dharma. Let's see what other cards we have. I already saw that card though. Yep. Yeah, this is definitely getting in their own way energy. Okay, this is I'm blocking my own blessing energy right here. Okay, we're gonna rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus, amen. So yeah, no, like the Page of Cups. Let me see clarity on this Page of Cups, please. And the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know how new this person of yours is on to their spiritual journey, but it seems like certain details of their life, which is why they're so drawn to you, because you're not fake, right? You're not hiding behind some mask and pretending to be something you're not, right? You are being your most authentic self at this time. I did shuffle, that's fine. What was I at? needing to change their perspective here about this. Spirit saying you could have brought about a big change to their perspective, which we touched on a little bit earlier. And you're making, with the light here, you're shining, not too much light, but you're shining light on darker areas of their life that they probably haven't addressed yet, right? I mean, there's a lot of people out there that still probably don't believe that their family are karmic families, right? Hi, how you doing? How you feeling? Okay, so with the card at the bottom again, this can definitely be about family here, even friends and people they have a social circle with. That they're starting to notice that the people that could be the closest to them aren't as authentic as they perceived. And this could be really troubling, right? Especially when you first realize this, right? I don't know if you guys, yeah. I almost went to jail because I started realizing it. I kid you not. Yeah, recovering crash out over here. But y'all know this. Well, actually, I didn't get to tell this story because TikTok took my live down for talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So, yeah, y'all get on TikTok's behind about that too, because that's not okay. They're covering up child pedos. So yeah, these oh, so that story basically was I had a car that my parents drove down 16 hours to Savannah, Georgia for college. Title was supposed to go into my name. Father's brain is scattered, so it never happened. But once I started realizing that I was in a karmic family and that my family was pretty toxic, um, yeah, I stopped wanting to talk to them as much, which was like a really big change for my family because we were like always talking. You know what I'm saying? Like we were, call each other, try to call each other at least, once a day. You know what I'm saying, or once a week, depending on the week. You know what I'm saying? So, to go from that to barely any communication at all, yeah, my dad decided it was a good idea to report the car stolen. So, I don't, I don't mess with the police, man. I just don't. Um, and so of course, your girl's like, you can take the car, I don't care, but you ain't putting me in handcuffs. Don't you dare threaten me with that. 'Cause you're not gonna say I stole a car I didn't steal. I don't care. I do not care. Um, and then I went about my day, right? So, of course, even more pissed with my family. So, yeah. You lost earrings last week? That's definitely a sign, hon. Hey, how you doing? Yes, pay attention to the synchronicities around you at this time. Okay? Right. So, this person, I feel like they're going through something similar, right? Where they're starting to realize the people that they have close to them, right, aren't these people that they thought they were, like these cracked up good Samaritans they thought they were, right? All, sunshine and smiley, right? I mean, a lot of people give their families passes, and don't hold their family accountable. So when you start becoming aware of self, you also start becoming aware of others, right? When you are really aware of self, you understand others a lot better, right? And how they're moving and how they're acting towards you and towards their own surroundings because you understand yourself, right? So, with all of that growth and starting to see, right, all the things going on, it's a very troubling time, right? It can be different and show up differently for everybody. Okay, right? It doesn't just have to be your family members. This can also, well, their family members. This can also be friends. You know what I'm saying? People they had in their circle, their social circle for a while, right? They never thought these people, could potentially have other intentions for them, family wise or friend wise. Okay, so this is definitely like, I just heard, why did you have to help me see? They could be blaming you. I'm not gonna lie, they could be blaming you that they're seeing the world for what it truly is now, right? Everybody thinks they got that third eye opening until you realize it's actually open, right? There's always that, I think my third eye is open, and then there's that, oh, my third eye is open. Like, it's two separate things. Right. Yeah. We all think that at the beginning of our journeys, you know what I'm saying? I did. Promise you I did. But if your ego's still attached and you're still trying to drag your ego into this spiritual journey, it's not it's not working out that way, buds. Be close to a psychosis if you don't stop, okay? Uh, and y'all know I don't want y'all going through no type of spiritual psychosis, okay? It's okay if you take steps backwards, right? Because that's, you taking steps backwards is always so that you can take 800 steps forward. Okay. Alrighty. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? We are only doing the collective reading today. Okay. Page of Wands, Eight of Wands. Okay. This is given. They gotta make a plan and they gotta make one fast. This person really does not like rushing through anything. But when it comes to you, they really do feel like they're running out of time. And that they gotta do the work on self to be able to come towards you in the way that you deserve. Right? To deliver deliver the world of your dreams. Okay, I just making sure. Spirit wanted me to say that. It's like let's see. Ten, 10. Could be seeing tens. Closing of a cycle. Oh, I see what they're afraid of. This could be also your fear too, especially if you had a like bad track record with relationships. Okay, so this might resonate for you and your person. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you have poured into others before, and that has left you drained, feeling oppressed, right? Feeling like you were giving and they were only taking, right? Leading you to some I don't say crash outs, but definitely leading you to some darker times, darker moments in your mental state when it comes to relationships, right? The Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, okay, the Tower and the Ten of Swords. All of that is coming to an ending, right? All of this pouring your energy into another soul and feeling like you're doing more, you're dragging all the weight, right? Instead of feeling like that, which leads you to a mental breakdown, okay? No, no more of that. Spirit said, no more of that. This is not the future that God Universe has in mind for your person or for you. You will no longer be pouring in a substantial amount of energy into someone with no equal give and take, right? With no responsibility or accountability on their end, okay? Spirit is bringing that an ending to this. But like I said, this is definitely something that is on their mind as well. Okay. Remember, it doesn't matter if this person is new or if this person is someone you never had a romantic relationship with in the past, but you guys always had a spark or a connection, chemistry, right? Spirit said, I'm putting an ending to the heartbreak. I'm putting an ending to these sorrows, to this get in a relationship, person hurts you in some way, shape, or form, be distraught, get into another, he'll get into another relationship, old cycle is closing. All right. Your spiritual discernment and your intuition isn't going to let you even re-enter a cycle where you feel like you are putting in way too much energy without them holding their own or holding their end of their bargain. You know what I'm saying? That there's no more of that. There's no more of that. There's no more crying over these people. There's no more any of that. Okay. Spirit is not allowing that to happen. Okay, and where you're at on your journey, you're not going to allow it to happen either. Okay, all right. And remember, guys, we are doing the collective reading, so please refrain from putting questions into the chat unless they are directed at this reading. If you want to know more about your situation regarding this reading, tap the screen, share the live, comment to stay in the flow. And you don't have to gift, but if you want to, it is highly appreciated, and I am highly grateful for it, as well as it does keep your energy in the flow. Okay? All right. Let it want. Yeah, with this. God, universe, I'm standing on business and making sure that this is the outcome is going to be heaven. Ooh, Spirit said I got the ancestors and the spirit guides on overtime right now. They are working around the clock to make this happen, right? They are working round the clock, standing on business. You could be somebody that Your emotions are felt through the entire ethers. This is why it's important to control your emotions, right? But your emotions are felt. So when you feel something, we'll do something positive, like love, you know what I'm saying? That is felt throughout the entire ethers. Okay, that is a pure energy that you are sending off in the entire spiritual realm, that all spirit guides and ancestors can feel, right? That God universe can feel, right? It's not something, that's earthly. It's something that, oh shoot, gonna fall into your lap. What? This decision. Yeah, spirit. Yeah. Okay, so anywho, I was trying to explain. This is confirmation about what I was saying. So anywho, your emotions are felt deeply through the entire ethers. Okay. Alrighty. DM me if you would like a personal reading. Okay. Um. So when you feel things like sadness or even heartbreak, right? That anguish, okay, when you're angry, right? When you're happy, right? Like those things are not just emotions for you. They are also, it's also the energy current that you are pouring into the universe, right? And that's why it's very important you have this under control, because if you get angry enough, that's the energy you're sending into the universe, right? If you're building up a lot of anger, right? It's not a pleasant vibration to send out. Okay. Water dripping on the chin. Versus like spreading the energy of love, justice, and peace, which are and gratitude, which are very high vibrational energies, right? And that's the energy that we want to keep pushing into the universe so that we can keep building a better world for not just one of us, but all of us, okay? All of us that live here on this planet, right? So spirit is saying they want you to have this, right? They want you to experience love this way, because you've already dealt with all the other kind of situations that you could have in love. Hopefully not as far as domestic violence, but if you have, right, spirit is saying all of that's being turned around right now. I'm giving you, okay, regardless if it's the person that we've been talking about who has been fighting themselves on this, right? When it comes to taking the leap of faith, okay? Or if it's a whole brand new energy that is coming into your life, right? Spirit is saying you will have this experience, this Prince Charming coming for Cinderella experience, your heavenly ever after, okay? And yeah, it might look like it fell in your lap. And you see the card fell into my lap. You know what I'm saying? It really might look like it fell into your lap. This was something that was so random to the people that are on the outside, right? But to you, God, universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they've been working on this for a while now. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing the work. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely going to. Don't. I'm not feeling you're expecting to be loved like this. Like, whatever this person brings to the table, spirit said it's spicy. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you're not expecting to be loved in this kind of way or and so grandly. And it's not just this relationship, but it's also the blessings that are coming in around this time too. Okay, this is like this is that windfall of abundance we was talking about the other week. Okay, that windfall of abundance also includes this lifelong partner, this divine soulmate. Okay, this divine union taking place. Okay. Because it's just judgment. Judgment. This is happening. This is happening. Okay? I need you to believe it and feel it. Okay? Feel the excitement. Feel the love that the Lord has for you. Okay? And know that this is coming in. Remember, when you manifest things, okay, you don't have to just trick your mind. You also got to trick your heart. Remember that. You got to feel it. Okay? If you're not feeling and thinking, you ain't believing. Okay? I'm just let y'all know right now. If you only thinking but you feel a separate way, that's what energy is being picked up. Right? But if you think it and you feel it, you're golden. You'll be a master manifestation manifester. Okay? If you want to know more on how to do that, please go over onto YouTube. And those of you that are on YouTube, okay, just go to the Boss Up playlist in the playlist section. Okay, got some books in there by Dr. Joe Dispenza that will help you manifest. Okay, he talks especially about the emotions and your mind and how to get those two things on the same page to be able to manifest a better future. Okay. As a Man Thinketh, we were reading that together. But As a Man Thinketh is also a good book. Remember, the time period is like the early 1900s. Okay, so of course his audience that was reading was men, but he's not just talking about men, he's talking about all humans. Okay, just so we know. Remember, Dan. You know how it was back then. Okay, alrighty. Yes, and I see you guys' comments in here. Just make sure you're not posting like questions, okay? But if I see like a regular comment, I'm acknowledging it, okay? If I have no words for it, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself, right? So that's all that is. I don't want to be too nosy in other people's situations, unless you give me permission and consent to, right? So we have the Hierophant card here. All right, the Hierophant is receiving signs and messages from the divine. Okay, so like, how do I put this? If you know who your soulmate is, you've probably been seeing their name a lot. You've been seeing numbers that are equivalated. You know what I'm saying? You've been seeing a lot of signs about these people. Like it's giving very much they're everywhere you go. That's the spirit was put on a little personal target spirit. No, spirit, it is what it is. Anywho, but yes, like everywhere you look, like, and they could be feeling the same. Like it's like every. I don't even know. Like if they have a common name, or you have or either of you guys have an uncommon name, there is probably more synchronicities. But if you have a common name, right, or they have a common name, right, you guys definitely been seeing each other's names, and then synchronicities, angel numbers that go along with them. Okay, this is if you know who your partner is. Okay, if you don't know who your soulmate is yet, okay, you will receive messages and guidance on how to move forward and who this person is. Okay, it's not gonna be a guessing game. Okay, it's God is gonna make it so clear to you. It's gonna be revolting how clear it is. Okay, there's gonna be no doubt in your mind, because the good Lord will not allow you to doubt it. That's how clear the messages are gonna be. Okay, and the only way that you don't listen to this is because you're hard headed, right? That's the only way. That's the only way, because it's too many signs, right? There's too many signs here for you and your person. They're receiving signs left and right. You're receiving signs left and right. It's been raining all day with the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, yeah. With the Six of Swords energy celebration. Okay. Ace of Swords. I got something else. Okay. This card. And it's protected. We'll stop. Okay. I got a lot of cards to go through. Hold on. Hold on. So we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Yes, about this heavenly ever after, this wish fulfillment, right? This living your best life energy celebration with the emotions and the Three of Cups here, right? So this is regardless if it's the person that is up for their throne right now, or if it's somebody else who's gonna come in and take that throne, okay? Because this person has lost their chance. And like I said, don't be waiting too long for these people now, okay? The good Lord don't want you around waiting 20 years for these people to try to come into your life. That ain't the situation. Especially if this is a past energy, right? They don't got 20 years, okay? They be lucky if they got another year. You know what I'm saying? They'd be lucky if they got another year, okay? Because Spirit is saying it don't even matter. All the blessings that are coming in right now, okay, even if they don't pursue this, I got someone that will pursue this. You will be moving into this calm energy, away from this crazy past. You know what I'm saying? This craziness in the past. Yes, it, like I said, this could be a past energy. This could be something entirely new. Okay, so they in your energy because they definitely watching you. I'm not saying that, Spirit. No, no, that was that was a little cringe. I'm not saying that. Okay, but somebody definitely finds you attractive. Okay, I'm not saying. Okay, it was a little cringe. Okay, but what Spirit said, y'all don't know, but they definitely find you attractive. Okay, that's all you need to know. Okay, they find you attractive. It was no. Okay, it definitely sounded like it was a flirtatious kind of energy there. Because I can't with Spirit. Okay, but they definitely find you attractive. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have no words for that. I have no words. What? Remember, guys, we are only doing the collective reading, okay? Alrighty, so this reading is for everyone, alrighty? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Today's topic is pretty much a love reading. I don't do these often, but this is the energy. So we gotta talk about it, okay? These people, yeah. This is protected. Like, there's nothing coming in the way of you living your destiny timeline, your heavenly ever after, experiencing such great love within self, from a partner, from everything that the Lord has to offer you, right? Just loving everything about your life. This is protected. Everything, every aspect of your life is protected, okay? Especially this connection here. Alrighty, it's just it. Spirit is not going to allow this to fall through, okay? Especially since Spirit already knows how much you've been through, right? Gotta give you that win, you know what I'm saying? You probably been going through lesson after lesson for a while, and you just been needing yeah, balance with the Two of Pentacles. You've been needing just something to just level out. Um, Maybe even a lesson with finances. So if you were like in the past really bad with your finances, um, especially if it's to deal with your career, with you being like a business owner or wanting to start a business, right? Or you want to manage a lot of money, whatever kind of career you're trying to get into, right? This has definitely been some lessons to get you where you need to be to balance it in so that your ships can roll in properly without that fear that you might fumble. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of what was being balanced out and what lessons were being learned here, Spirit is definitely going ahead and going, okay, I think we are in a great place, okay, to move on to the next level, right? Right? I mean, y'all should be celebrating down in the chat. You just cleared a level. Yes, you could say life is like a video game. But you clearing levels out here, okay? Clearing them. Clearing them. No one probably ever expected you to clear them this fast, okay? Right, with the strength card right behind it. You're clearing levels. Okay, what's this card? Yeah, I like that. You're standing in your power. Okay, receiving these messages in your knowing, trusting your intuition, trusting your spiritual discernment, right? You're definitely a very strong individual for everything you endured in your lifetime. Okay, but new afoot, that's crazy because it's a horse. I'm done. New blessings are afoot. Okay, new way of living. Okay, it's definitely giving rags to riches. Okay, let's go on to the next deck. This is taking up a lot of space, so we're gonna move. Alrighty. Remember, for the collective reading, all you have to do for me to pick up more on your energy is to tap the screen, comment to stay in the flow, share the live. You don't have to gift, but if you want to, it is highly appreciated and I am highly grateful for it, okay? Alrighty, guys. It don't cost money, you know? Just keep the energy flowing between us, okay? And always make sure you consent to me reading on your energies. Alrighty, let's see what the Oracle deck has for us today about the soulmate who is so into you. Okay. They might got a snake in their grass. This is what? Ooh. Okay, so remember when we were talking about the friends, the friend groups, the family groups, the people that they held close to them, but are, with your energy, with your light, they are starting to realize that these people aren't authentic, right? They definitely got somebody somebody around them is giving very much snake energy. Okay, alrighty. I want to know. This could, okay, Spirit say it could even be like some of these people are really close to getting out of something, or they just got out of something, okay, with someone else, right? It could be this person that's the snake, right? Could be the friends, could be the family. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? But somebody in a corner, they just no, no. With harmony, interconnectedness, okay, reintegrate fragments of your soul. It also says release of the ego attachments and all self doubt. Yeah, it's giving. Okay, you guys know that the spiritual journey is not a linear journey. Okay, yeah, I don't know who this is, um, but this is somebody connected to their energy being weird. Your spiritual journey, as I was saying, is not linear, right? It's not up and down. You don't go straight up. It's not. I'm gonna go through my dark night of soul into my ego death. I'm still trying to figure out a good explanation for the in between stage, because you don't hop straight into ego death into rebirth. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a straight hop. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of lessons in that ego death center that can have you go forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. You know what I'm saying? Up, down, up, down, up, down. You're not just going straight up. You know what I'm saying? So in that ego death area, this is when you start recognizing the stuff that we have been talking about, right? About karmic families, karmic friends, karmic relationships, toxic people in general. You got to learn about the world, you got to learn about people, right? It's just I think something you have to do, something that's also talked about in the Bible. Okay, so if you pay attention, anyway, right? So this is the where they're at in their journey. So it's giving very much they're definitely awakened, but it's more so in that in between stage of that ego death and that dark night of soul. Like they're right now are more in their ego death, but they're not super close to the rebirth as you could be, right? You could be really close to your rebirth, coming in here to be your full higher self, but you go through the rebirth and then you still have to get to higher self, right? There is a process. You don't it's not an overnight thing, and it definitely don't. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of focus and a lot of pouring your energy into, right? So these people have been doing that, and it definitely is scary because you're starting to realize things that your ego was keeping you hidden, shot like overshadowing, like wasn't allowing you to see it for what it was truly, right? So they're definitely going through this at this time. I don't know who they got themselves involved with. But everything that shines is not gold. Okay? Alrighty? Everything that shines is not gold. And these people, that's probably why they got themselves in this situation in the first place, is because it looked good, you know what I'm saying? Until it wasn't. Right? And now they're realizing just how low vibrational the people they're in cahoots with, the people that they've been roaming or traveling around the world with. So they could have been doing some recent travels with this snake. or these snakes. Okay, could be an organization. Um, could, be work. There's a lot of things it could be. Um, it's just whoever they were hanging around, they are becoming more and more aware of their lower vibrational energy, right? It's like, oh, I wasn't gonna sing that song, but yeah, mask off. You know what I'm saying? It's like people's masks are coming off, and they're like, whoa, where did this come from? Right? Like, where did this all come from? This doesn't make any sense, yeah. I was like, I wasn't gonna sing that song, but I guess I'll mention it. So that was definitely for somebody, you know what I'm saying? With you saying that's my song, yeah, Spirit wanted you to know because masks are coming off, okay? Um, and yeah, but this person is definitely, with them seeing this, they're gonna be able to escape from this harm, okay? Escape from these energies, find a way out with this exit card, keep trying to peep out. Yeah, but they are realizing the truth, even how shocking the truth is with Truth Bomb here. Like, this is probably, I don't know how close they were with these individuals, okay, but this is definitely some mind altering. I wasn't gonna say that either, Spirit, but it's trippy. Okay, Spirit is saying it's a mind f bomb, right? But it's definitely trippy. Like the people you've known for a really long time, right? You never seen them in a certain light, but once those masks start coming off, once you become more aware of self and you start picking up on things that others are doing, it's very like, wait a second, what? Huh? My whole what? How many years of my life? You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a second. You know? Imagine it. You're 18 and it's basically your whole life. Yeah, yeah. Um, basically, you learn at 18 your whole life was a lie. But yeah. So that's personal. But anywho, yeah, these masks is coming off. And you know how these masks are. This is why the truth is coming out, because these people, whoever this snake is, right? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But whoever the snake is in their life, that they could be trying to separate right now, or that they recently, like, I mean, recently just separated from, yeah, they crash out. Right? They're figuring out this truth because their energy is crashing out, right? Jealousy, envy. Oh, jealous is on the card. I didn't know. I forgot it was on the card. But yes, this is definitely, their energy is spazzing. Okay, it's not looking good. Okay, and so now they're realizing, they're looking and they're like, who is that? That is not the person I Spirit said married. So this person, yeah, so okay, somebody could be married, and they're looking for a divorce now because they're like, oh god, what is this demon? I did not marry this demon. Oh wait. Right, they did. Right. So they're looking to divorce these people, get away from these people if they're just dating, or if they do have a child with these people, they're really trying to figure out a way to get away from these people. If they don't have any of those kind of strings, and it was just like some relationship, they are definitely thinking about making a break for it. Okay. They're like, run, Forrest, run, type of energy. They're not trying to stay in whatever this is if they haven't already left, because they're realizing, yeah, yeah. See, we have low vibrational energy here. We have, like, there's this disconnect, the disruption. It's like, this person was so pretty, but now my entire view of them, or so handsome, but now my entire view of them is distorted, right? It is disrupted by seeing them in this light, right? This jealous, envious, crash out energy, punching walls and air energy, you know what I'm saying? Throwing phones and books and people, you know what I'm saying? This is just classic crash out energy. Somebody might get hurt in this situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to definitely dip out of this situation because it can go bad fast. You know, people are crazy. So learning the truth about this has really shattered their perspective on this person, right? And it's not their fault, and it's not your fault. It's much barely this person's fault. Right? You are the only one in control of your emotions. The only one. No one else is responsible for how you feel, right? Now I understand, wanting them to understand how they made you feel, right? And you could take accountability for how you made somebody else feel, but you have to remember how you feel is how you feel about the situation, not how they feel about the situation. And you can't project those emotions onto others. That's not healthy, right? But this person didn't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? This person didn't care about any of that. It's everybody's fault to this person. His or her fault for forever liking you. You know what I'm saying? Your fault for ever being you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person is crashing out. Okay, this person is crashing out. Whoever this is, okay, that's in their life. And what I tell y'all, because everything that shines is not gold. It was in this fantasy, thinking, in the clouds, thinking everything is gonna be all right. Unrealistic daydreaming is what it says. They fooled themselves into believing this person was a vibrate words. This person was a vibratory match, right? In actuality, they're not. They're crazy. Um, they definitely got some jealous, anger, envious issues that is not a good color on them, right? If you know, for the people that know who their soulmate is, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that they messed up that bad. That they chose someone over you in a time like when they I don't know if they truly fully known at this time when they got into this relationship, but I feel like they had some kind of inkling because just a little hint of intuition. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have already talked to this person about your how you feel and everything like that. So they definitely don't want you to realize that you were right and they were wrong. Okay, especially I'm telling you, your intuition on 10 and you've known about this person for a while and you could have had a conversation with this person about this kind of topic, like with soulmates and everything in mind. And they got scared and tucked their tail between their legs and thought the first thing they found that shone, they were like, "Ha, it's glitter." And then they realized it was poison and they were like, "Oh." Oh, so it's yeah. I mean, that could be another reason that they're out here conflicting with themselves and fighting with themselves on this, because they definitely do got to come in with a plan here. This is definitely given. You got to explain. You know what I'm saying? You got to explain yourself. Right? With the eye in the sky, yeah, higher perspective, another viewpoint. Yeah, you gotta explain, bro. You gotta explain to me why you thought that low vibrational energy was the one for. I gotta know. I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, how you were fooled so easily into that? Just let me know. Right? This person is definitely gonna have to tell you some things. Okay, they're gonna have to reveal all of this eventually, especially if they want to come into your life. Okay, whether this is a new person, this is definitely something they might not want to express about their last relationship before they started like watching you and being into you. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not. It's giving like, okay, you guys see how it keeps stalling. It's giving like they don't want to really talk about it. They just want to kind of slide past it, but it's not gonna work, right? Because if you had this energy attached to you, we're picking up on this energy. This energy is a problem. Like you need to explain because what happened? Oh, never mind. I asked Spirit what happened, and well, we know what happened, right? Manipulation, influence, pulling strings, um, everything you were safe from here and protected from, because you're getting this sweet life, indulgence, pleasure, comfort, fulfillment, career life. Like all of this is protected. Okay, all of this is protected, right? You like that? Y'all watch Sweet Life with Zach and Cody? Every time I see this card, we gotta be live. It is the sweet life. Okay. Oh, yeah. Whoever this was is flashbacks. Sorry. Because it's definitely giving devaluing, right? It's definitely giving like this person made it seem like they were really into them. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely a weird energy they have around them. The evil clown card here. Maybe no. Trust and let it flow. Amen. These people are being. Spirit said yanked. I don't even know what I was gonna say, but Spirit said yanked. These people are being yanked out of their existence. Yanked. Spirit said we not coming nice. So these people. Oh, we're not coming nice because of how these people invaded. Oh, okay. Spirit said that's why we're not coming nice. Yeah, Spirit is over these people. Hold on. So I want you guys see the trust in the flow part. Words. Okay. So yeah, the trust in the flow in the corner. Okay. But yeah, because of how these individuals were intrusive on this, so I don't know who's involved in all of this. This is going into some other reads here. Giving very much setup energy, right? Like interruption. They interrupted God's plans, so God's not coming in nice. That's why they're getting yanked. Oh my God. Oh wow. The amount of like they are getting yanked. Spirit is not happy with these individuals, whoever this is, and if this is a partner for them right now, they're not gonna be in their life much longer, right? If they already haven't tossed them to the side like they should, it's not gonna be much longer until they do, right? Because Spirit is definitely not happy with how they've interrupted your heavenly ever after with this person, because this is yours. And Spirit is like, I don't know whose throne you're sitting on, but you need to get off my child's throne. Like immediately. or I will drag you off of it. Like it can't be sitting on chosen children's throne. You know what I'm saying? You can't be sitting on the chosen child's throne. God will kick you off. Okay. Any. Yeah, any way they can. Any way, if that even means distorting your mental health, right? Any way the Lord can to get you out of the picture, right? Remember, the Lord can close your chakras. The Lord can, yeah, send you into a frenzy. Yeah, the Lord is us and we are the Lord, right? So if you aren't meant to be doing something, okay, look, this is it. Your heavenly ever after was already set in motion. This person, uh, they're delaying it. They're in the way of it's weird. This is weird. And spirit is saying it don't even matter, because these people, yeah, they're gonna get what's coming to them. And I even for some of them, this could really be evil intent, right? For how they try to get involved with your soulmate to block them from getting involved with you. Okay, and welcome in, guys. Um, but if they genuinely did not realize that they were coming in, um, contrast with a divine union, right? Because I'm pretty sure if you know, right, like there's only two paths. If you already know, right, if you know that somebody it has a divine union with someone else, right, you should honestly back up, right? So back up, right? That's the true answer. Back up, back off. Okay, but if you know and you still pursue it, you're in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? You are absolutely in the wrong. Now, if you don't know, remember you can still get in trouble for ignorance. Like you can still collect karmic debt because of ignorance. It's not just because you're ignorant to it doesn't mean you get a pass. If anything, you're gonna get taught so you can stop being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's gonna happen. Okay, I can't make this up. With the crown chakra, yeah. If you have not been receiving the signs, if you're ignorant because your crown chakra is closed or blocked in some type of way or fashion, right? You don't have that spiritual connection to realize that you're stepping on somebody else's toes and sitting in somebody else's throne, right? Then the good Lord will enlighten. Swear to God, I move without thinking sometimes because Spirit be like that word right there, and I just so happened to actually point to the word that says enlighten. Anywho, it's going to enlighten them, guys. For real, it's going. Spirit is going to enlighten them if they don't back off on this. Okay, um, Dark Night of Soul energy here. Definitely, you're f around, find out. Yeah, Spirit is definitely just sick of people getting in the way of divine unions, especially when divine unions are so rare in the world right now. And with the energy that we are trying to bring into this earth, we need more divine unions. So if you want more love, justice, and peace, then the perfect way is to get more divine unions off and make sure that their love that they're bringing in and that they have for one another is what's cultivating a bunch of love into the world, right? Versus, the love that you bring by yourself and by loving yourself, right? But true love, right? Divine unions bring an energy like no other, okay? You wonder why the world looks the way the world does is because not a lot of divine unions were happening. A lot of karmic unions were happening. Karmic left and right. You know what I'm saying? Karmic for days. But barely any divine unions. You know, um, it's definitely shifting in a way that's going to change immensely. Um, but these people who are still unaware of these kind of things, right, and trying to intrude on divine unions, the Lord is just not having it at all. The mm-mm. The way where we are at in our shift to the 5D. Okay, I told you guys this, the completed shift should be in the next 5 years, right? The entire planet in the next 5 years should be completely shifted into the 5D. Okay, no pushback from these people in power, right? Um, so that's how much more time that we need, right? Max. Okay, so minimum, it can get crazy, but max we need at least 5 more years. Um, and with all of this stuff that's going to be going on, because the world is going to change drastically by 2030, guys. And these people, if they're not in the know right now, or if they try to get in the way of any divine unions, they are going to be taught very important lessons, and that's how to sit down. Right? It's definitely how to sit down, and stop doing all this menagerie. Okay. Yeah, this is. You're not. Who the heck is this? Not an X. Oh God. Oh heck, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. We ain't talking about these people. Nope. We're not talking about no X's today. Screw it. We're leaving it there, guys. Okay. We're not talking about the X's. We're not. It's not happening. Okay. It's definitely not happening. Right. All right, guys. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. So yeah, you're. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay, if you're like, you feel this soulmate connection and you're like, why hasn't it happened yet? You know what I'm saying? Calm down. Okay. This card says achievement. Like gold medal. Okay. So I'm getting to that. If you feel like like it hasn't happened yet, but you're also feeling all these emotions, like it's supposed to come in, that you should be with your soulmate, and you know who the soulmate is already. If you don't know who they are already, and you are still feeling their energy in your energy, and if you can distinct between your energy and somebody else's energy, I would say that you are pretty far along in your journey. But if you cannot yet, right, that it feels like your own energy when it's not. So there's a lot going on here behind the scenes. Things you still don't know, things they haven't told you, right? Things you're not seeing, okay? But a lot of work is going on in the background. Right now, yeah, God is not playing no jokes, okay? Because you're about to receive your flowers, your awards, okay? Everything that is due to you, it is coming to you, okay? Like this is yours, okay? Now, I understand, whoever these energies that are in these people's energies as well, your soulmate's energy as well, right? And then we talked about your soulmate literally going through their own mental process about how they're supposed to come towards you, right? So they're going through their whole mental diapers words, spirit tried. Okay, I don't know how to say that word right this second. Okay, it will come to me later. They're having their own mental breakdown about how this is. Like I said, they could be low-key a perfectionist, whether they're aware of that or not. They want this to be perfect, but they also know that you need authentic words. I can't words today, guys. That you need something that's authentic, right? You don't need someone trying to be something they're not or pretend to be perfect, right? And I don't know, they feel like they don't, in their own head, that they don't measure up to that. It's weird, right? But it's definitely something they need to come to terms with. I told you guys it's giving definitely death of a bachelor or death of a bachelorette, right? So they could be definitely grieving the fact that if they come towards you, if they make a move towards you, it is forever. right? So there's definitely just a lot going on in the energy. These weird individuals, low vibrational individuals, and then just their whole psyche, your soulmate psyche at this time, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, a lot to unpack, a lot to and none of this is your worry. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff that's going on. Like, even though we're talking about how into you they are and how they got all this other stuff going on in the background, right? None of this has anything to do with all the blessings that are still going to be coming into your life. You know what I'm saying? None. It has, like, these people, whether or not they make the decision, whether or not they decide to come towards you, none of it is going to affect your destiny. You know, theirs, yes, their destiny, yes, because a lot of these people are tied to your destiny, and that if they don't have your destiny, their destiny cannot enact. Right? It's like a subreddit. If that makes sense. Spirit, what? Yeah, sure. It's like a subreddit, guys. Sure. I don't know, Spirit. Well, I don't know what that was, but sure. It's like, you got the main. I can't with Spirit, man. You got the main destiny, okay? You got the main destiny, and then you got the subreddit. That unless you are living your destiny, ain't none of those people back there living their destiny, right? That's why it's important for y'all to be where you're at on your journey right now, because you have so many other energies attached to your energy. You have so many people that you are connected through the ethers with, and that if you don't walk your destiny path, they will not walk their destiny path either. Okay, especially if you are a divine soldier out of the 144,000. Okay, if you are one of those 144,000 divine soldiers that were sent here by the good Lord, okay, to create change on this planet, you are tied to thousands and millions of other souls that you are meant to guide and lead on this planet. Okay, alrighty, meaning that if you don't do it, they won't do it either. All right, that's hey, spiritual responsibility. You got to do it. You got to take it. Okay. Alrighty. Any questions? We're not doing personal readings today because we have been on for what, an hour and 40 minutes. Uh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't like people in my comment sections doing the most, so they do get blocked now, guys. If you, I'm just let y'all know that don't be in my comment sections trying to spread negative energy. If you do that, you will get banned. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't want to hear no excuses. Don't act crusty in my chat. Okay. I ain't crusty to y'all, so don't be crusty to me. Simple. Alrighty. Okay. Um. What did it say about the ex? Oh, the thing that it's been saying for the last few weeks. You know what I'm saying? They want to make an apology. They want to come toward, like, they really want to come towards you and make an apology and try to, spin the story, trying to make it seem like they really want you back, right? But it's always for the wrong reasons, not the right ones. So yeah, we've been talking about that for the last few weeks, and I did not want to talk about it anymore. Because it's like no one cares about these karmic exes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have, as a collective, have moved on. Okay, yeah, exactly. It's not even worth discussing. Because they're not important, right? They made their mistakes. That's not our fault. Right? We gotta move on. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, the other card was deal with the devil. So they made like, this is why I didn't even want to talk about it, because they made some random deal with some lower entity, some devil. You know what I'm saying? And we're just not doing that. You know. So no. Yeah, there's the card, and I was like, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Where was the other card at? It's not this one. Yeah, they're weird. The X's are weird, okay? But just so you, I like showing that card because that card is cute. It's like a little teapot, a little like teacup. I probably don't have that side of the deck. I don't have that side of the deck, okay? There's a lot of interesting cards in here. It's 100 cards in this one deck, but this is my smallest deck, right? So it's very interesting. It's very interesting, the readings we can get from this deck. Where is it at? It's in here somewhere. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, these are the cards. I gotta shuffle. Heartache, emotional spilling, apology, adversary, conflict, opponent. Yeah, no, they just no. As you move into this dramatic positive change. Yeah, they're adversary, right? But this was the card that was talking about them wanting to make an apology. Yeah. You're moving into this dramatic and positive change. And they just want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of it. We have done some readings where it does say that there are a lot of karmic exes that participated in dark magic, black magic, voodoo, spell work, right? So, take what resonates on that. But if you know they had ties to magic, right? Chances are they did do magic, right? It's weird. It's very weird. Okay, I know my ex was a warlock. Okay, so yeah, now you already know how that ended. Okay, right? They didn't make it seem like they did voodoo. It was more of like, oh, my family, does voodoo. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, definitely for I don't like voodoo. I just don't condone it because there's too much blood magic in it and it's weird. I don't like the idea of having to sacrifice an animal. You need my blood too to make that altar thing. Oh hecky no. It just sounds very demonic, right? Anything that needs a sacrifice sounds demonic to me. When you with light magic, you never need a sacrifice. So I always tell people I'm a light witch, right? I am a spiritual scientist, right? I don't do any type of dark magic, okay? I can't even stomach it and I can't even think about it. Like it's but he made himself seem like he wasn't into all of that, right? And it was just his family and that he wanted to bring himself closer to God and go back to church and it was a whole running game. It was a lot of game. Definitely had the gift of gab. Okay. All right. Some people just have that talk game. Okay. And always. Okay. Always. Okay, guys. Yeah. You see, they're sending in some gifts, dear. Isabel still love me. I answer you real quick because I don't want you to see. I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. Just make sure you consent to me reading on your energy. Spirit, one card, please, to describe if Abello is still into Pam. Right? You just need to pray, amen. So does Ashe. I got something flipped. But yeah, I gotta. So you want to know if he still loves you? Definitely grieving the loss of you, right? Struggling with their emotions, downhearted tears. But I'm not. But what we've been literally talking about in the collective, Pam, it's not feeling like it's genuine, right? It's not feeling like it's because they have good intentions for you. Okay. Right. Just because they're crying doesn't make it any less crocodile. Okay. All right. So yeah. Right. What you call it? They do always bring up church and everything like that. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yes. Yes. Um. I don't know. NGEE. Yeah. I said he was struggling with his emotions, right? Him wanting space is clarity of that. He wants to be alone so he can struggle with his emotions, right? Anybody that says they want spaces so they can clear their mind and deal with what they're feeling, okay? Um, okay. Alrighty. Like I said, I'm not. I'm not saying he wants to get back together. I'm just saying he's struggling with his own internalness. Okay. I get that. Yeah, I get that. You know, but if he needs space, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? If he ever want to talk again, then that's on him. Okay. But yeah, I don't know why they do that, but definitely my ex, uh, definitely acted that way, like he wanted to get back in the church and everything like that, right? But then I found out he had a like a special altar piece, that when you do Santeria voodoo, you get a special altar piece that gets activated with animal blood and your human blood, right? And a high priest or high priestesses has to activate it. Their godfathers, godmothers type of thing, have to activate it, right? So yeah, I found out that he had one of those kind of pieces at his dad's house, and his dad, who speaks mainly Spanish, was very upset and basically cussing him out because he wanted it out of his house. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it. He was like, he believes in God, and he was like, I don't want this demonic stuff around my house, or I'm gonna throw it out into the trash. And if you don't know, that's really bad, right? Because if something happens to that piece without it being deactivated, right? There's a whole process to deactivate it. Now, just like there was a whole process to activate it, there's a whole process to deactivate it. And if it's not properly deactivated, bad things happen. Really bad things happen to the person whose blood was connected to it, right? Um, and thank you guys. Thank you. Good. Oh, it's right. It's what is time is it? I'm like, wait, what time is it? It is 4 o'clock. Okay. Yes, guys, and remember, we're not doing personal readings. It was just that Pam has sent a lot of gifts during the thing, so I just wanted to give that to her. Okay. But yeah, there's just I don't know what it is, but and I only know that much because I've done extensive research, and then because I met somebody else who was also doing Santeria, and like it was like some work thing I was doing, and I had met them in there, and they were telling me about all these different things about voodoo, right? And I was like, I don't think it's for me. You know, I was like, I'm gonna, good for you, but not for me, right? So I wasn't into it. So she taught me a lot about Santeria voodoo. Being around him taught me a lot about Santeria voodoo. And then like I really, his sister, man. Now her and her husband were always doing voodoo, right? And like I just did not like being in their house because of that. Because I was like, I don't need anybody trying to sanction and suck down my energy so that they can get what they want for me. Like, I'm not touching nothing in here. No, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, no. Other than, I don't know. Voodoo makes these practitioners very cocky, in my opinion. It makes them very arrogant, because they think they can get away with it. That's the real thing, is that they're using dark magic and they think they can get away with it. Like, and it's just because karma hasn't caught up with you yet doesn't mean it's not on your tab. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand. Why would you want to rack up a karmic debt like that? Okay, all right, you can't. Why would you want to be 10,000 lifetimes into debt? I'm not coming back 10,000 times because I got that much debt to cover back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay, it's not happening. No, not me though. Okay. And I always tell you guys that I just have a disdain for voodoo. I do. I just genuinely do. Okay. Because it's never sounded right, in my opinion, right? Like it sounds really weird, right? It's honestly the magic they talk about in the Bible, right? The dark magic they're doing, right? It's a lot of voodoo, a lot of voodoo going on there. Voodoo is very old. Hoodoo is very old. Okay, those are very old magical practices. Very old, ancient old. Okay, they are not brand new out the woodworks. No, this is generation. Okay, alrighty. I want y'all to understand voodoo and hoodoo is generational. It is not just, oh, this is a recent thing. No, they've been doing voodoo and hoodoo for long periods of time. Hoodoo can be used for good if you only use the earth aspect of it. But if you start using the animal aspect of it and you start using the blood magic that comes along, it is now demonic. Okay? Alright. We could argue about that all day, but we don't need blood sacrifices. Right? There's no reason for that. To get what you want out of life, there's no reason to be sacrificing any living thing for that. Right? That sounds super demonic. Like you're giving something to get something, and it's not even you that you're giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, no. Okay. But I definitely know, after I left him, okay, bro ran back to sister. You know what I'm saying? Ran back to sister, ran back to the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Telling up a whole sob story, like he wasn't the one in the wrong, right? Because apparently he's always the victim, right? So it's like, so I already know, they got themselves involved in a little sprinkle, and the good Lord is going to definitely clap back because of that. I don't have to lift a finger, guys. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't have to lift a finger no more. I trust my ancestors and my spirit guides with my entire life. I don't lift a finger. When people come up against me, I don't do nothing. You know what I do? I look to them and I go, what y'all doing about it? And they go, we already handling it. My fault. My fault. I didn't even have to say nothing. I don't even have to say nothing. I had to lift the hand. I had to do nothing. I had to do no type of magic. They do it. They do it all. They handle it. I don't know what they're doing. Ain't no chip off my shoulder, man. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I guide you guys to do too, right? Don't get into that voodoo, hoodoo, casting spells, okay? And remember, your tongue has power too. So don't get out here talking any type of crazy about anybody either. Okay, all right. Don't be out here wishing death on people. Don't be out here wishing these kind of things on over people's life. All of that energy comes back to you one way or another. This lifetime or your next lifetime. Energy has no bounds. Uh, Energy knows no bounds. So you literally can get karma in your next lifetime from your past lifetime. Okay? So if you had a lot of karmic situations that you dealt with early in life, or situations that you just didn't make sense early on, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 20s, 30s, if you were that old, right? Or even your childhood, right? It's most likely because of the karmic deck you dragged over to this lifetime, right? But if you've been doing the work, you know what I'm saying, you've been clearing that karmic deck really fast, and you're at a place where you either have no karmic debt left, or you are so close to finishing out karmic debt, right? So depending on where you're at in your journey, or there's people who still have racked up thousands and thousands of and little points for their karmic debt, right? And all of that is going to be extinguished and exchanged for a better world, right? So there's gonna be a lot going on that in the spiritual realm, in the background, okay? Because the people you see that God is plucking off the planet right now, they definitely in the meeting room with the Lord, okay? They in the meeting room, because there ain't no way the good Lord is gonna let them come straight back to the planet and they haven't learned anything while on the planet, right? So these billionaires that just, oh, they gone missing, or they, you know what I'm saying, they got pew pewed in the middle of the street, you know what I'm saying, these CEOs, these billionaires, the good Lord is cleaning up the streets, okay? Cleaning up the streets, right? Because the good Lord's not going to blame the oppressed for how they were oppressed, but is going to blame the oppressor, right? So that's all really, guys. I know I go on tangents, that's just me. That's just how I am. My ADHD has me going in circles, guys, okay? So I try to get the point across as fast as I can before I lose the point, okay? Alrighty. Uh, but yeah, so if you guys, I would not participate in anything dark magic, okay? Just, dark spell work is still like spelling, right? So don't participate in cursing nobody, right? Don't participate in those kind of things right now, because there is a naughty list, and it's not Santa's, it's the Lord's, right? And that's a lot scarier than Santa's list, okay? I'm gonna let you know that right now. All right. I'd be okay being on Santa's naughty list, but I would be horrified to be on God's naughty list. Okay. Um Horrified, right? Because what? That just sounds horrific. To be on that side of the Lord's anger, not for me. It's not for me, guys. Right? I'd rather be in the good graces of the Lord than be on that other side. Okay? And I'm always pray that the Lord has mercy for those that are on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing for them. I can't save them. Save who we can, right? We save who we can. We can't save everybody though, right? We gotta remember that. Okay? Don't be trying to be Captain Save HO3s out here, okay? They will drag you down with them and use you as a lifeline. Alrighty? So save who we can and pray for the ones we can't. Okay, all right. All right, guys. That's it, guys. I need to go eat. Probably play with the dog a little bit, give Tyson some love and attention. But I love you guys, okay? And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Okay, remember that we do speak love, justice, and peace. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. I got like 2 streams going on. I gotta figure this out, guys. All right. Peace.